So let us take a quick example that is drawing the attention of many of us these days, and that's the refugee and migration challenge that we face in many countries, not only in Europe, in many countries around the world. And from this angle that I just described to you, we can say, like, if you respond to the refugee situation and kind of the migration challenge from the level of symptoms, right, within the Western countries. So you can come up, for example, with Donald Trump or the European right kind of attitude, which is, let's build a wall and, that separates us and them, and let's blame on all the problem that, that we see on others rather than something else. So that's, bring the wall up. That's one response. More from a structure or system perspective, you could say, well, how can we develop and create agencies, professional agencies, kind of that deal kind of with the refugee situation, and create the right kind of approaches of a professional response to that. If we take it one level deeper, paradigms of thought would be a little deeper. Paradigms of thought means that I not only kind of give some services to them, but I begin to see myself into the mirror of the whole. I begin to reflect on the situation that the current challenge, the refugee and migration challenge, is actually the result of our global actions of the past. So it's kind of very closely connected kind of to our own history. And I begin, in other words, to become aware of the interdependency, kind of that we cannot just separate by ignoring kind of the interdependency that we all are connected with across the planet. And finally, kind of if we take it even one deeper level, at the source level, we can say, the source level is really kind of the sources of my own identity, of my own energy, kind of my sense of who I am. And if we respond from a source level, we really need to tap deeper into the sources of our own, the deeper sources of our own humanity. And so it would result in really opening the doors of our families and of our communities and evolving the sense of the we, kind of moving from us versus them to the cultivation of a new we that's more diverse, more global, and more situated in the realities of this century. So that's yet kind of a deeper, that's a response that not only looks into the mirror, but also connects to the deeper sources of our own humanity, not only who we are today, but who we could be tomorrow. On a practical level, of course, the question is, okay, if, with, facing these big systems challenges that we have across all countries, if the number one leadership challenge, as I said, is to move stakeholder groups from ecosystem to ecosystem awareness, how do you do that? How do you take a group and move them from a silo or ego perspective to one that's situated in the multi-perspective reality of the whole? And what we learned in doing that is that it takes a journey that I want to introduce you to in the next videos.